With how the market has been these past couple of weeks, we're going to be checking out some EV evolutions from prismatic evolutions, starting with our Flareon, and it is sitting at 163, and it had a high of 408. However, it had dipped down to its lowest in August, sitting at 163. It rose a little bit and dropped once again to its lowest at 163, and that was this month. So what do you guys think? Is that a good buy? It's an OG. You guys let me know. And now we're at Jolteon. The Jolteon is sitting at 158, and it had a high of 331. It mimicked exactly what Flareon did in August, where it dropped down to its lowest, again, 158. Rose up just a little bit, dropped again in October, 158. So you guys let me know. It's an OG. I love Jolteon. I definitely believe it's a buy. Here comes another one of my favorite EV evolutions in Glaceon, and this one is sitting at 205, and it has a high of 340. It dipped all the way down to 167, and it just rose up ever since. You guys let me know. Glaceon is one of my favorite. I think this card pops in the blue. It's very beautiful. You guys can wait since it is in the 200s. Let me know. So now we have Espeon, and Espeon is one of my favorite EV evolutions, especially in its green shiny form. Beautiful. However, it's at 203 right now, and it set at its highest at 429 and just completely fell down and met up with Glaceon and went on its merry way. So I say keep an eye on it. Might be a great buy. And now we're going to fall back down to another OG in Vaporeon, and it is sitting at a nice 206. However, it had a high of 387. Ever since that 387, it has completely fallen again to 206. It met up with Espeon, it met up with Glaceon, and they had a cup of coffee. They were just chilling out, and they were like, I think this is a great price for people to buy us, and kept it pushing. Now here we do have Leafeon, and Leafeon is sitting at 263, had a high of 461, dropped down to 214. Not a bad buy. It rose just a little bit, and then it's just been at a steady pace ever since. I personally think it's going to... And here we have Sylveon, and Sylveon is one of my personal favorite Eveelutions, definitely top tier. Sitting at 334, had a high of 598, and then it just completely fell into 290. But in October, it had a very small raise of $100, reaching 390, and ever since then, it just started slowly falling little by little, but it's started to plateau just a bit. I'm very curious to see where it lands by the end of the year. Now, finishing up this roundtable, we have Umbreon EX, and this GOAT right here is sitting at a whopping 1119, hit a crazy high of 1609, and in August, it just had a crazy dip and sat down at 830, but it rose ever since, and now it's just steadily falling so slowly. I'm very, very curious to see where this card lands by the end of the year. I don't think it goes under 1,000, though. I truthfully don't. That all being said, if you guys did enjoy that small little market update, please do me a huge favor. Leave a like, comment, follow, and share. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Morpheus out.